Just hit a button, Morty, give me a beat.
Oh man, okay, alright,
Three alternatives to Jadon Sancho for Manchester United to sign. The former Liverpool player, episode 1 of 3. This video will be the first episode of a 3-part series looking at 3 potential alternatives to Jadon Sancho for Manchester United to sign in the right wing position. This video will look at one of those options, and in the next 2 episodes I will be looking at 2 other players and then comparing all 3 before giving my verdict on which of the 3 would be the best option for United to sign. So what exactly are United looking for in a potential new right winger? Well, like Sancho's profile shows, United need a wide attacker who can play from the right and has the ability to beat a defender around the box with a dribble, links well with other attackers around the box and creates a high proportion of chances in the side. United don't want another Alexis Sanchez situation, which is an aging player on the brink of a decline with a long-term contract on huge wages, so everyone I will be suggesting will be under the age of 27 and not yet at their peak. So before I get into my first option, make sure after this video you check out my 6-part series looking at 5 players who I would sign for Manchester United this summer, which will be linked in the description and comment section below, along with some other videos of mine, and remember to subscribe to the channel and click the bell. So the first player that I will be suggesting as a good alternative to Jadon Sancho is Sevilla's Suso. Suso is currently on loan at Sevilla for 18 months from AC Milan. But the Spanish side do have an obligation to buy the 26-year-old at the end of the 2020-21 season for £17 million. For United to sign Suso, there would have to be some arrangement agreed between both Sevilla and AC Milan for maybe Sevilla to pay the £17 million in the summer to sign him permanently a year earlier than planned, and then would have to sell him straight on to United. Whilst it would be strange for Sevilla to sign a player and then sell him on straight away, it is definitely on the table with Sevilla's transfer strategy revolving around buying low and selling high. So I think United could get him for around 35 million, which whilst not being ideal as they could have got him for a lot cheaper had they moved faster, it is still a great price for a player of Suso's quality. Suso is a similar type of player to Riyad Mahrez, playing as an inside forward who will sit wide when the ball is in the middle third, and when he receives the ball he will look to cut in on his stronger left foot to get a shot away, pick a pass or loft a cross over to the far post. Suso is excellent at creating from this type of situation, as seen as in his last full season at one club, which was in the 2018-19 season. He created the 3rd most key passes of any player in Serie A with 2.8 per game, as well as recording the 4th highest expected assist rate in the league with 0.32 per 90 minutes.
It's cool, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good. You know what I mean?
This is the sort of output United desperately need from the right flank, as if we look at their existing options from that right wing position we can see that none of Juan Mata, Daniel James, Andreas Pereira or Jesse Lingard have created more than 1.3 key passes per game or completed more than 1 dribble per game this season, which just shows why United have been looking at Jadon Sancho. If we look at Suso's creative stats model compared to Daniel James, United's current first choice right winger, we can see just how much of a better creator the Spaniard is. Playing out wide on the right flank, Suso has a lot more opportunities to isolate defenders in one-on-ones around the box and look to dribble past them before getting into shooting positions. This is shown as in the 2018-19 season for AC Milan, he recorded 1.9 dribbles per game, which was the 12th most in Serie A that season. I don't think Suso is as good a dribbler as Jadon Sancho or some of the other options I will be suggesting, but he is certainly a very good dribbler and good at going past players in tight positions around the box using his intricate ball control, which is something that someone like Daniel James doesn't possess. This is because Daniel James' dribbling is most effective when playing in a quick transitioning counter-attacking style and being able to use his pace to race past opposition players. However, this is only effective when there is space ahead of him, and when United are trying to break down a side sitting deep around their own box, Daniel James' dribbling ability is somewhat ineffective. Suso would be able to solve this issue, and when he's able to get past a player, he has the end product to either create a chance with a pass or shoot from outside of the box. Suso is certainly a goal scoring threat when around the box, as seen as he's overperformed his expected goals rate by more than 2 goals in the last 2 seasons at Milan, showing his ability to shoot from range is very good. The only downside to this is that he is taking a lot of shots per game, 1.7 per game from outside of the box. In 2018 this was the 9th most in the league. This could be an issue for a side looking to work the ball in a more patient attacking style, but it's something that could be easily solved by instructing Suso to cut down on his shots from low XG positions, such as when he's surrounded by a lot of players or in a wider position. So in terms of rating Suso, just in case some of you haven't seen my previous videos, I like to rate players on a scale of 1 to 10, under each different class bracket, to allow people to see how good exactly I think a player is compared to another player. So for example, if I give a player a 7.8, I think the player is close to becoming a world class player. If I give him an 8.2, they are just ahead of the point of being world class, and an 8.8 would mean that I think they are well inside the world class bracket and pushing on to becoming legendary. Overall, I would give Suso a current ability rating of 7.2, meaning he is Champions League class level and around the same ability as the likes of James Maddison and Jack Grealish. In terms of potential ability, he isn't going to improve dramatically as he is now 26, but I do still think he can become a world class player as he approaches his peak over the next few years, which is why I'd give him a potential ability rating of 8.1, just inside that world class bracket. So thank you for watching the video. Remember to give this video a like if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel for the rest of the episodes coming up in this series.
Martial is isolated, Skirtle here.